Happy Monday. So it's Monday, July 3rd. We finished our first official placement of the little 4-year-old girl. She came on Friday and she left Sunday night. It went really, really well. It was not nearly as big of an adjustment as even I thought. I thought it was still going to be sort of difficult to adjust to having another person there, and it wasn't. Not at all. Our kids did great. The animals were great. The little girl was they told me before she came that she was a difficult case. And because of that, her social worker came over before she came and just sort of explained some of the stuff that she does, which if what this child does is considered difficult for this particular office, I think we're probably going to be all right, because I mean, she swore. That was a problem, I guess, but yeah, it didn't bother us. But she swore, and she was very defiant verbally, but not physically. She would say no, like if you were like, "Hey, you want some ice cream?" No. So just sort of like that. Like, her first response was no to everything. So I guess that could be, sort of annoying and considered defiant. But if you said it again, she would then say yes. So I don't understand why it was a big deal. She's 4. They don't know what they're doing. But anyway, she did really, really well with our kids. My daughter was really helpful with her, and so was my son. I wasn't expecting him to even talk to her, honestly. He's a 12-year-old boy and has zero interest in anything. So, but he was really good. Like, he held her, we went for a hike and he held her hand, and I was like, wow, that's a big deal for Jaden, because Jaden is my son, my biological son. That's a big deal for him because he does not like germs. He does not like touching other people. He doesn't like anything like that. So I was really proud of him. And so we were able to pretty much do everything we were already planning to do over the weekend with her. We had an extra kid, and it was very, very easy. And so I don't want to get too confident because it was so easy, and everything that I hear from everybody that does foster care talks about how hard it is. And that's just not what I experienced over the weekend, but we shall see. And again, it was a respite placement. So she came with clothes, she came with toys and blankets and a toothbrush and everything. So it was more like babysitting for the weekend. And I also think it was a little bit easier because there was like a start and end time. She came 5 o'clock on Friday and went home at 6 o'clock on Sunday. So it was a known allotted amount of time. So I think that made it easier to kind of figure out what our plans are going to be. But with that, it also made it a little more difficult because there was an understanding there would be no making of routines. There was, we were only going to have her for a short amount of time. So it was going to be hard for her to adjust to what our routine is and what our rules are, compared to what she had at her old house. I'm going to say one negative thing. I was shocked at how uninterested her foster parents were in me and my husband in our house in general. They didn't even come in. I had to stop them to ask if she has any food allergies or anything like that. Like, they were kind of like, here's a kid, here's her clothes, see you at the end of the weekend. Like, that was shocking. I was expecting them to, at least ask my name. I was expecting them to come in the house and check her bedroom and check the windows and, get some sort of contact information for me, like something. And that's not what happened. And I think that is going to be hard because I get that the social workers are quick and that's just how it is with them. But in my mind, the foster parents who are taking care of the children are going to be thinking about them and doing, the right thing for them. But it's apparently not how it went with that family. So, well, anyway, that's the only thing that was sort of concerning, is that, I think there's going to be a lot of, here's a kid, see you later, that happens. But so I get an email from my worker. We switched workers now that we're licensed from the one that we had. And so that worker is going to be calling later just to touch base and have a phone conversation with us and just talk, I guess. But We also were told that there are quite a few cases that they're trying to find placement for going forward this week. So I'm expecting to get a few phone calls about that, which is really exciting. That'll be fun. But anyway, we made it through the first official placement. Really wasn't hard at all. Super, super easy. So I'm sure I will make another video, and maybe tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 4th, so I'm sure we'll be busy. But either way, have a good holiday week.